Sure. I'm BP. Keep listening to everyone on the 103.5 FM.
Yeah, you're done now with your boy Runtown RT.
Yes, for Ice Prince, aka Ice Prince, man from West Africa, Nigeria.
Raw and JP, keep listening to everyone on the 103.5 FM.
Everyone on the FM 103.5. Ladies and gentlemen, tighten your seatbelt as we take you on this smooth ride.
Let's go!
It's the morning drive on 103.5 Everyone on the FM, keeping your morning engaging as we take you through the smoothest ride on radio.
From 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Getting your morning inspired, be informed, let's interact only on the morning drive.
Make it a date with Divine and Martin Shuku, aka Lady D and Meta, from Monday to Fridays from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Ọdịrịgịmma Igbo bụ Igbo ndị ọma na-ege ntị n'ụlọọrụ mgbasa ozi ọhanaeze 103.5 FM n'ụbọchị tata bụ Fraịde mkpụrụ ụbọchị 14 n'ime ọnwa Ọktoba 2022. Otu nkeji ka o ji bata elekere 7 n'oge newspaper headlines. Ma tupu anyị agaba n'ihu ka anyị jee zie ozi laghachita azụ n'ịnwekwana ebe ije.
Do you have the right to quality broadcasting? The National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the content of the broadcast or the conduct of a broadcast station may lodge a complaint to the station and all right to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via bbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes name of the broadcast station, title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and append your signature. Note that the complaint must reach the NBC within 14 days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
They will need n'oge newspaper headlines ụtụtụ tata. Anyị ji akwụkwọ akụkọ Gọọmenti stream ọnụ na mixlr.com/gist.
And I'm Martin. Let's get started with the Guardian newspaper. Appeal court quashes terrorism charge against Nnamdi Kanu. The tragedy of sentimental wisdom. Dangote's 650,000 barrels per day refinery, 97% completed, says Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Nigeria 2023, ensuring credible, peaceful, and inclusive elections. Varsity's resumption. University of Lagos security men, others upbeat, express joy. Oil marketers spot burning of recovered petroleum products. WTech, Cummins West Africa empowers 100 female students in Lagos. Group alleges plot to appoint another Niger Delta Development Commission interim administrator. Federal government determined to move economy from consumption to production. Lagos demolishes 100 distressed structures in 10 months, says Lagos Building Control Agency boss. Flooding menace. Trade Union Congress blames government as Buhari okays food for vulnerable Nigerians. Obasanjo gives keynote address at 2022 Nigeria LNG Limited Grand Award night today. International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction. Half of world not protected by early alert systems. United Nations chief warns. Association of Capital Market Valuers advocates accurate asset valuation in capital markets to attract more investments. Experts reject double taxation in Anambra. Ladoka Akintola University of Technology ranks 10th in Nigeria, collaborates with Kentucky Varsity on engineering programs. Only one political party will participate in Saturday's Osun Council polls, says Osun Independent Electoral Commission. Community pharmacists tax federal government on closure of open drug markets. Insecurity heightens in Federal Capital Territory as suspected kidnappers kill one in Maitama. Federal government unveils team to collect helicopter landing charges in rivers. Edo stops further developments in new town project areas. Kaduna State government plans to turn forest harboring terrorists to dam. Kwara Police Commissioner promises prompt rescue of abducted Assistant Superintendent of Police. And confirms why we won't support Tinubu's presidential ambition or do our People's Congress. Kanu State VP of attack dispossessing residents. Petitioners seek justice for 4-year-old Siyama, who allegedly died of shock after sexual abuse. Court discharges ex-governor Turaki over alleged 8.3 billion fraud. Abe seeks end to perennial flooding in rivers. Jonathan throws weight behind Atiku Okowa presidential bid. Appeal court quashes terrorism charge against Nnamdi Kanu. Private sector gets over 62.28 trillion naira credits in Q1 2021. National Bureau of Statistics. Suspected gunmen kidnap police officer in Kwara. Coalition drums support for Tinubu Shetima ticket. Kashuku falls Nwosu over plot to strip him of presidential ticket. Federal government raises concern as 19.4 million Nigerians face hunger. Presidential aide queries Gaya's victory at APC primary. Military kills 19 ISWAP terrorists in Borno. Nigeria trapped in elite bargain crisis, says Deacon, Oxford economist. Bauchi girls urge government to introduce reproductive health education in schools. INEC worries over insecurity as crisis stalls APC, PDP, Labour Party campaigns. World Sight Day, why over 4.25 million adult Nigerians are blind by ophthalmologist. World Sight Day, why over 4.25 million adult Nigerians are blind by ophthalmologist. Federal government directive on border closure still in force, says customs. National grid collapse, no plan to privatize transmission company, says federal government. And lastly, federal government falls UNESCO's report, says only 2.8 million out of school children. That's the much we can take from the Guardian newspaper this morning.
A Daily Trust. ASU finally suspends strike. ASU finally suspends strike. How lack of sanitary pad forces girls to isolate themselves. How lack of sanitary pad forces girls to isolate themselves. Terrorism. Federal government must return to old charges as appeal court discharges Kanu. Terrorism. Federal government must return to old charges as appeal court discharges Kanu. Banditry, Kaduna safer after military bombardments. El-Rufai, strengthening financing at level. India 2022. Gusau charges Flamingos to beat New Zealand. 150 golfers for Obasanjo tournament in Abeokuta. AFN canvasses votes for World Athlete of the Year nominee Amusa. Saka ends win for Arsenal at Bodo Glimt in Europa. National Directorate of Employment begins training for 50 unemployed Bauchi youths. Omnibus Bill Grow Economy, PEBCE. Tech startups hopeful as federal government plans $75 billion investment in e-commerce. Nigeria in FIFA open to compensation fund for World Cup workers. On leaders that we deserve versus leaders that we desire. Part 2. Hijab Vanguard's name personality of the year. England's Law Society installs first Muslim president. Nigeria knocks Colliery's ban over male banning staff from Friday prayers. Infant mortality rate high in Oyo, Ogun, Ekiti. National Bureau of Statistics, UNICEF. Thrift collector in Delima over depositors' money spent on son's surgery. Nasarawa Assembly unveils 218-page compendium. Man lures job seekers, collects his pen after anal sex. Gunmen raid Maitama in Abuja, shoot one dead. Ekiti governorship poll was free, fair, credible, INEC. Nigerians should decide Tinubu's fate on antecedents, para governor. ADC rectifies expulsion of presidential candidate Pachiku. APC PDP orders parading fake membership figures. SDP chair. APC PDP orders parading fake membership figures. SDP chair. Amotekun arrests man with blood-stained female plants in Ogun. Minister with Chinese delegates list investment areas in Federal Capital Territory. Looking beyond the 2023 budget for universities, 8 held for swindling Ogun residents 15 million naira. Police rescue 67-year-old man locked up for 20 years in Kaduna. Just South community patches up road abandoned by government. Flood in Jigawa State, a synopsis for predictive maintenance strategy. 70-year-old woman raped in Ibadan. Police. Federal government to compensate people along new power transition line to Niger. 3 others. Non-oil sector remains only solution to economic transformation. Yakusa. Hazard allowance. Health workers issue 7 days ultimatum to federal government. Another coup, too many. Federal universities abolishing a colonial carryover part 2. The looming voter apathy in the forthcoming elections. Open letter to Governor Yahaya Bello. Nurses donate equipment to Just Hospital. Dangote 650,000 barrel per day refinery, 97% completed, says NMDPRA. NNPC, big problem for Nigeria, El-Rufai. Deploy tech to facilitate energy transition, federal government charges institute, Deploy tech to facilitate energy transition, federal government charges institute. Investors express confidence on Gombe economic potentials. Drug dealer jailed 7 years. Police launch manhunt for kidnapped officer in Kwara. Police launch manhunt for kidnapped officer in Kwara. New NFF board will focus more on grassroots football. Ichen, 2023. PDP demands high-powered observer mission against rigging. Beavers will be game changer in 2023 elections. Jega, Kanu, 210 killed in 215 accidents from January to September. FRSC. Police arrest 2 kidnappers, land grabbers. Anambra APC crisis deepens as parallel expo trade words over Ngige. Gives Niger Development gives Niger Develop Investment Committee to attract inflows. Energy Insurance issues 5-year audits after 100% acquisition. Why assembly capacity drops to 10 vehicles per day? Cost Charis. Nnamdi Kanu was discharged, not acquitted, says federal government. 2023. Okowa is our incoming vice president, says Jonathan. Health workers issue fresh strike notice to federal government. Europa League. Saka ends win for Arsenal at Bodo Blaze. Police bust gang behind Maitama attack, recover stolen SUV. No worker owed senior civil servants chairman. 2 Cameroonians arrested with human skulls in Adamawa. American gospel minister Joyce Meyer lends support to Nigerian flood victims. Labour Ministry ILO launched OSH action list checklist for MSMEs. Labour Ministry ILO launched SMEs. Bandits shot dead in Kaduna. 5.3 billion cell phones to become waste in 2022 report. That when next they tell you Tinubu built Lagos, ask them if Eyanikaja, Ajegunle aren't part of Lagos. Appeal court discharges Kanu on terrorism allegation. Mechanic jailed cyber fraud in Kwara. 2023. Don't be stampeded by religion. Try. Patriots Roundtable tells Nigerians how MSMEs can access loans with movable collaterals. Will convert bandit stronghold to dam. Kaduna government. Wike, I've accepted article, but I insist on Ayu's resignation. 50 beats wife to death in Ogun. 70-year-old woman raped in Oyo. 2023 APC, PDP, others parading fake membership figures, SDP chair. National Emergency Management Agency advises Niger, Kwara residents to comply with NIMET predictions. FRSC ranked Anambra Road among 15th worst highways in Nigeria. Federal government set to collect helicopter landing charges in fans mourn former BBN housemate Rico Suave. Training funds. NILBS worries over inability of old legislators to retain seats. Anambra's NILBS worries over inability of old legislators to retain seats. Anambra APC disowns Ngige for not endorsing Tinubu. 12 Nigerian universities commended in 2023 global rankings. Okebukola. Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria inducts 178 foreign-trained medical and dental graduates. Bandits gunned down security guard. A man caught with blood-stained female underwear in Ogun. Omnibus bill to remove bottlenecks for MSMEs, grow economy. PEBEC, Benue to decide on weapon purchase if federal government fails. Autumn. El Rufai, NNPC is a big problem to Nigeria. 36 billion naira court discharges ex-governor Saminu Turaki. Gridlock at Cotton Cafe Abuja Lokoja Highway. Recompose your campaign council. PDP group urges article. Kaduna solid mineral resources untapped, Emir of Zazu, Atala oil field, Group knock silver, hails Diri. Group knock silver, hails Diri. DSS DG's son body shame. DSS DG's son body shames Kenny for disrespecting Buhari. Polaris Bank under fire over mail banning staff from Friday prayers. National population census. National population census promises um, credible. National population census promises um, credible census to deploy local content. National Population Commission promises credible census to deploy local content. Rico Suave, Dagrin, other celebrities who died in road accidents. Britain to send anti-aircraft missiles to help Ukraine defend skies. Police indict 5 persons over individuals over corruption. Akwa Ibom Governor, fair trade can only come from value addition, technology transfer. Controversy as Buhari's praise singer Rara beats Ganduje. Bayelsa government approves 450 million naira for flood victims. Lagos only wealthy on paper. Jandor, 4 months to election. Plots to remove INEC chair. Stop beavers raise dust. Fed okays 225.2 billion naira for aggression. Police affect. Works, Housing Ministry. Obajana, we must separate acquisition from asset grabbing. Kogi replies Dangote. 5 farmers killed in fresh Benue attack. Wike approves 1 billion naira to support flood victims. IGP approves police training of 10,000 officers in ICT. One shot dead as kidnappers strike in Naikana. CJN to politicians. Stop mounting pressures on judiciary. Federal government hasn't replaced CAP with pipeline surveillance contract. Scholarship students. Film producer Shegun Ebebo bags 7 years jail term. 100 protest slaughter exploitation of donkey by foreign nationals. Plateau Peace Building Agency celebrates Imam who saved lives of 262 Christians. Gombe government to build 250 megawatts solar power plant. Unemployment. Youth charged on digital innovation. Sokoto to enroll 55 Ukraine returned students in Basel University. Kaduna to examine new 10,000 teachers October 17. Senate slams FCTA over late submission of 2022 budget. Otu Akoduna Daily Trust.
And now we move over to the Punch newspaper. FEM raises cancer awareness, plans free breast screening. FEM sues local government boss over botched market project. Assist people with disabilities during election. Government tells INEC. Eat more eggs. Nutritionist advises Nigerians. Fraud. Court acquits ex-Jigawa governor. Council hails judgment. Fraud. Court acquits ex-Jigawa governor. Council hails judgment. Osinachi thought her abusive husband would change. Never. 126 stranded Nigerians return from Libya. ASU suspends strike after 8 months. Strike. Parents, students, hopeful as ASU leaders meet. Kanu. Jubilation in Southeast. Federal government may appeal judgment. Approve weapons for Benue guards. Autumn tells federal government. Cholera kills 231. Nigeria Center for Disease Control warns against poor hygiene. Punch men win PwC awards. Punchman wins Prince Waterhouse Coppers Media Excellence Award. Diabetic patients risk blindness. Experts warn. Elect competent leaders, activists advises youths. Obafemi Awolowo University alumni donates $10,000 to Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. Osun Speaker, AIDS, hospitalized after convoy accident. Osun Speaker, AIDS, hospitalized after convoy accident. Hospitalized after convoy accident. Nnamdi Kanu discharged, not acquitted, federal government. Apple fined $20 million for selling iPhones without charges. NMPC has added nothing to federal government's coffer, El Rufai. Family, friends react to Nnamdi Kanu's acquittal. Hashtag NSAS, Labour Party to review campaign council list. Kanu's acquittal too complex for human understanding, Ozokome. Nnamdi Kanu's long journey to freedom. Owerri erupts in joy as court frees Kanu. Why Lagos Anambra flight frees Kanu? Why Lagos Anambra flight aircraft was changed? Airpiece. Why Lagos Anambra flight aircraft was changed? Airpiece. Niger police arrest 326 suspects in 14 months. Obaseki renames Observer Echo newspaper. APC kicks. Okebukola hails University of Lagos, University of Ibadan over ranking. Court orders fresh Ondo APC primary. Reactions as ex-general against hashtag NSAS makes obese list. And still on the stories making the headlines on the Punch newspaper this morning. 2023 Yoruba nationality list criteria for candidates' votes. British magazine ranks Ladoka Akintola University of Technology 10th best varsity in Nigeria. National Population Commission promises credible digitalized census. Dentsu, Nigeria. Managers win Women Inclusion Other Awards. Court discharges acquits ex-Jigawa governor of 8.3 billion naira fraud. Flooding. Firm approaches Bank of Agriculture. Plans large farmers market. Education shouldn't be for highest bidder. School administrator. Tweep cries out as flood ravages rivers. Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission vows to prevent substandard cough syrup importation. German minister warns against downplaying Russian nuclear threats. Diri okays 450 million naira for displaced flood victims. Group lays claim to Ajangula title. Absorbs Olubadan. Quality education remains Akeredoru's priority. Commissioner. Katsina police repels terrorists. 2 killed, 18 rescued. Nigeria records 2,187 cholera cases, 233 deaths. T.Y. Danjuma launches first Northern Anglican Varsity project. Senate passes 600 billion naira 2022 Federal Capital Territory budget. I am coming to Ekiti with prosperity vision. Oyebanji. Tech expert to deliver Ekiti governor's-elect's inaugural lecture. Russia can't erase sovereign states from map. Big deal. Edo PDP governorship candidate denies romance with APC. Indian Olympic medalist to stand trial for murder. ASU Executive Council holds all-night meeting over strike. Obajana, Kogi alleges assets grabbing. Dangote kicks. Reactions trails bank's alleged mail against prayers. Ondo senator kicks over delay in court's judgment. Group faults Ekiti for creating community for Efon Alei. Why Gombe is stamping out corruption. Atiku campaigns in Kaduna. Wike holds UK meeting. Para government, PDP differ on states' indebtedness. Institute malls partnership to promote positive road culture. Lagos State Traffic Management threatens clampdown on BRT drivers. That's the much we can take from the Punch newspaper this morning.
Now, Vanguard newspaper, how I was framed for armed robbery, dumped in prison, 32-year-old painter, terrorism charge, appeal court acquits Kanu, orders his release, PDP crisis, I can't change my stance on Ayu, Wike, ASU finally ends 8-month-old strike. Chimamanda Adichie's guilt and the great storyteller. Technology will drive the next Enugu Governor PDP candidates. Children in Borno demand implementation of 2022 Child Rights Act signed into law. Uzodinma's aide dragged to court over alleged unlawful seizure of vehicle. Nigeria hasn't requested debt restructuring. World Bank boss. PDP crisis. Have accepted Atiku. Okowa says Wike. I am willing, ready to support PDP. Jonathan backs Atiku Okowa ticket. We've not suspended PDP campaigns, says Campbell One. I'm not perturbed by Amusam's threat. Yodun. Federal government seeks debt repayment extension. Finance Minister. Saka fires Arsenal past Bodo Gate in 1-0 away win. Emefiele sees inflation below 17% in 2023. It's my best performance. Uzoho speaks after incredible saves against Man United.
The right to quality broadcasting, the National Broadcasting Commission says any person, group of persons, or organization aggrieved by the contents of the broadcast or the conduct of the station may lodge a complaint to the station and or write to the Director General, National Broadcasting Commission, number 20, Ibrahim Taiwo Street, Asokoro, Abuja, or send a mail via info@nbc.gov.ng. Please ensure that your complaint includes title of the program, date and time of broadcast, and essence of the complaint. Also, remember to include your name, address, telephone number, email, and your signature. Note that the complaint also reach the NBC for important days of the queried broadcast. NBC, your right to quality broadcasting.
Reign of Favor Deliverance International Church presents E45 to be wasted. See, not my blood and not my faith. Not my blood and not my faith. Come and receive fortification and be highly protected by God from great enemies. No weapon of enemy against you and your household, and this season will prosper. For God will fortify and put a guide in everything that concerns you. Host, Prophet Dr. Happiness Emmanuel. Date, 16th October 2022. Time, 8 a.m. Venue, City of Favor Arena. Kilometer 4, Umoji Road, Mpo, Anambra State. All Kekani Kumakaya, not my blood, not my health. Obunilisim, Obunilisim, Ziboni, Agaya, Yanametsu, Yanariko, Jesus. No, 16th, Bobby, Bibo, and Zibabi, Electoral Second Coach, no, the City of Favor Arena, Kilometer 4, Umoji Road, Mpo. Makaji Jogi, Ubabaka, 0806 415 2464. 0806 415 2464. Yalla, we can check out Jesus. Just see how they look all day with their yama jets. Can you and your family they look in play? They cause disease and infection, they up and down. Oh, now we're supposed to protect ourselves and our surroundings against them yama jets.
Based on I mess you up. Yes.
Difficult time fresh antiseptic dey very gentle for your skin, but come be consuming fire for all dem germs. Dey very effective and e no dey tear pocket, e no cost. You go fit get am buy for pharmacy, supermarket and all other shop dem. If you wan follow body carry am enter market, make you gree 0703 924 6169. Digital Pan Fresh Antiseptic for better protection against germs dem.
When the Muslim National Population Commission.
Nke dodo onye se ko dodo zie mu.
Hey, Jesus, God bless you. We have a man there for this. Yes, sir. Dangote Kanu and the Nnamdi Kanu look up on the newspaper headlines. I can on our Facebook page at evermorning 103.5 FM. More economists streamline online na mixlr.com/gist.fm. Zikari Page na 080-9666-1035. Na SMS na pan na WhatsApp message. I can answer the paradigm before Dangote newspaper finally received federal government approval for $2.5 billion Dangote deep seaport construction. 2023, Nigerians desire a nation that works for all. PDP campaign council. Kanu's acquittal, some judges still upright. High Court. Federal government. Industry leaders praise PTI for developing skills for oil industry. Nnamdi Kanu's case. Nnamdi Kanu, case not over, will exploit appropriate legal options. Malami. Nnamdi Kanu's discharge, a step towards Biafra actualization. Masol. Significance of No Black Day, health benefits, breast cancer signs, awareness. NNPP confident of victory. APC, PDP, gone. Kwankwaso, scientists to discuss how to process global. Iwu, ASU, if you want to graduate on time, vote article. Reno Omokori. 17,000 tertiary institutions academic staff trained on ICT in 2 years, says Tertiary Education Trust Fund. 2023. Sign off your education reform manifesto. JESA asks presidential candidate. Tinubu hails Prince Kaju Del Olusi at 85.
And now we move over to the Nation newspaper. Jubilation as court. Osun Speaker aides in hospital after convoy's accident. Kwara Governor Yasin drums support for Tinubu. Labour Party makes U-turn, removes Nigerian Labour Congress, Trade Union Congress presidents from Obi's campaign. 126 more Nigerians return from Libya. Wike says rent seekers frustrating peace efforts in PDP. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency intercepts 72 kilograms of cannabis in Castena. Anambra APC hits Ngige, once former spokesperson. Supporters march for Tinubu Shetima in Osun. Will be under fire over NNS's appointment into Presidential Campaign Council. University of Lagos tops Nigerians' varsities, ranks 401 to 500 in the world. Tinubu congratulates Chief Justice of Nigeria, Ariwola. Still on the stories making the headlines on the Nation newspaper this morning.